So you're watching Caribbean Vibrations, and we are coming to you from our studio in downtown Toronto. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with award-winning filmmaker, Mr. Charles Officer. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me. I'm excited to be talking with you. Excited to be back in Toronto as well. Yes.
Well, like I said to you, this is a long overdue conversation. We've known each other over the years. I've seen you doing your stuff, but I haven't had a chance to speak with you, so I'm happy. But the first thing for our viewers, where do you represent from the Caribbean? Where are you from in the Caribbean?
Yes. Yeah. I hailing from roots from Jamaica, and Highgate St. Mary's, Buscabel, Spanish Town, and it's my heart and soul. So I mean, I was born in Canada, but from I've been exposed to Jamaica, and I always feel like I've always felt a serious connection to the land, to the island, and important to me to relay some stories from that diaspora. Yeah.
And I love that because I can relate to it. I mean, I was born in the UK, and going home all the time, I understand that part, being connected to the land. Now, you've done a plethora of films. I mean, if one of the first films you did was Nurse.Fighter.Boy, that was your first feature.
That's right.
Personal journey for you. There was a film about sickle cell anemia. Then you did The Mighty Jerome. People know about Harry Jerome, but you did it in a different way. And one of the films I didn't know you directed was The Skin I'm In with Desmond Cole. Because I watched that. I liked it. And I was like, so when I was doing some research, I found it was you. And then, which leads us to right now, the big film that you just went to TIFF, did a really good job at Toronto International Film Festival, Akilla's Escape. How did that film all come about?
Akilla's Escape, yeah, it's another labor of love. It came about, quite shortly after I finished Nurse.Fighter.Boy, where I was working with a lot of youths in the city. Wanted to talk about, at the time as well, what was happening in Jamaica around Dudus and Tivoli Garden and the politics and the history and how it's trickling into, Toronto, where I grew up, is, the largest population of Jamaicans outside of Jamaica, and was really compelled to kind of tell a story that drew a connection from Jamaica to New York to Toronto, which was prevalent in my life. And so it was really about, the idea of first inspiration was about an urban child soldier and what that looks like, and how we draw the line between the corrupt political factions that give birth to criminal organizations, and how it's also a trap for young Black men and who do not see the lineage, understand the origins of that, and how one becomes a man and can take the choice to see the truth and make another choice within it. So it's philosophical. It was, I love Greek mythology. There's a lot of Jamaican mythology that we don't have in films and in our storytelling. So I want to blend it all into this sort of crime noir, but with soul, and to talk about a greater issue that inflicts our community.
And it's interesting too, because it was really about, I also thought, choices. Because he faced several choices, some good, some bad, that led him to where he was. But I think, like you said, for a lot of young Black men, it is really also about choice and opportunity. Because when I'm sitting there and I'm seeing what Akilla's trying to do, because that's what you're talking about, the whole generational thing. It was really interesting because I haven't seen it from that standpoint. It was always the person trying to just get themselves out. So that was unique that I saw.
Yes. And it's like, when do we as men can see ourselves as the young boys that are coming up? We made certain choices, but help them, look after them, because they are us and we are them. And that to me is a perpetual question that I go through personally, but also see other men go through as well. And so when it comes to making those choices that were presented, how do we guide our youths, and that to me is important, because we can't rely upon other people outside of our community to do that. And that's what I've realized is, over my years, is that it's up to us,
I love that.
Yeah. So in the US, Amazon bought Akilla, so we'll have our US premiere October 15th. We'll launch in the US. So the film is making its things, it's doing its thing.
I love it. I love it. And I really want to thank you for your time, Charles. We're going to continue to watch your career, and we're going to support you too, because again, we love what
I appreciate that.
And we love the fact that this, and I wouldn't say a nouveau wave of filmmakers, just we're all in here, we're all doing stuff, but I love the fact we're all communicating and collaborating, because that's where I really feel we can make some effective change.
We need each other, man. We need each other, brother. Like, we need each other. Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to thank you for your time, and you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.
Caribbean Vibration.